Hey everybody, welcome to Dave and Joe Liberty Stand. We're going to talk about personal responsibility right now, and Joe's going to set us up for that.
Well, it's the continuation of the 912 project, which is we're on the 12 values, and like Dave said, personal responsibility. I think that's a big one today. It's huge. When
and do you know why?
Because it's like we're not accountable for
nobody
our
has
actions.
any.
No,
nobody.
Well, and I
again. This goes back to the theme tonight. Really.
Okay.
Nobody personally wants to do anything for themselves as an individual, so they want the government to be in charge of it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The government has to be in charge.
We're not taking personal responsibility in those areas.
Right.
Lots of areas.
Do I want to feed my kids? Do I want to give them breakfast and lunch and send them with lunch and have dinner? No, we got to have the schools do that through the government. Do it.
Right.
Hey, man, a woman, I'm pregnant. Can you have the government make my job? Pay me to be off, all these things. No personal responsibility whatsoever. You know what? You can do any single thing you want as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else physically or financially. That financially hurt. You are stealing from me when you do that.
Yeah,
Our tax money goes into that, which comes. The more stuff we do for other people not doing things and getting paid for it, is coming out of my pocket, somebody that goes to work and does make money. That's where that money comes from. And I'm a little pissed off about it. You say something else because I only have more cuss words, so.
Well, yeah, you look at our culture in, well, I guess one thing that comes to my mind with this is if we, without Christ, it is our sin is a huge burden on us. And so for us to take responsibility for that, it's very weighty. Okay? So if I have all this weight on me of this responsibility, of my actions, my choices, if I have to take on that responsibility, that's a lot of weight. So if we can push that off, and I'm going to blame my dad wasn't there. My dad left my mom, and so I'm going to use that crutch my entire life as an excuse for my behavior instead of taking personal responsibility for it.
Sure.
So that's just one example, but I think when we realize that, number one, we have a God that loves us and a God that cares about us and a God that died for my sins. And that if when we realize that, then it's like I can give that up. He's taken that on. So it lifts a weight off of me that now, not that I can go out and continue to do bad things or evil things, but that I can be appreciative. And the next one, I love this segue. No, is gratitude. So now I'm grateful, and I have they could intertwine, but I just couldn't help it because that was a perfect segue. Because now I'm grateful for what God has done for me, that He loves me and cares about me, and so I can take personal responsibility for my actions.
Does anybody?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Does
anybody know gratitude? Well, actually, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I should because
it's late.
It is late because I shouldn't say that because a lot of people do. I see that a lot, but a lot of people don't know gratitude.
No, you're right. And honestly, it seems like I know they seem to get a bad rap, but the people who do abuse the welfare system, let's say, there's personal responsibility there that they're not taking because we think, well, we all do it. It's our sin. We think we can get away with it. We think we are getting away with it. and we may be temporarily, but in the long run, just like we were talking about with, if I drink too much or I smoke too much, it's going to catch up to me sooner or later.
You're Joe. I'm Dave.
Oh yeah, that's right. So if I eat too much or worry too much, it's going to affect me, right? In a negative way.
Absolutely.
So
you should drink and smoke more.
I know I should.
Yeah.
I quit. I quit smoking. But so again, I think that personal responsibility, that's huge. I think it's a big, 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 big thing. Because that even says that I'm responsible, I should care about other people, and if someone's in need, and that goes back to charity,
I'm going to tell you something. Here's your responsibility. You are, I don't know, what age do you think? 20 more, whatever. You're watching this and you think you're grown up. If you actually claim yourself as being a grown up and you do whatever you want, everybody says, I know my rights. Do you know your responsibilities? Because they coincide, okay? You don't have rights without responsibilities. It's a two-way street. Your responsibility is to take care of yourself and to take care of your family and friends along the way as much as you can. I mean, hey,
yeah, do what you
if
can.
If you can't pay rent, that's one thing. I'm just saying as much as you. Or just
but if you're going out to
like
eat every day, that's
right? Exactly. You have. Life is tough, and it's going to get worse, people. It's going to get worse. This is going to show our true mettle. You wear a cup because it's going to get really tough.
Well, and without taking personal responsibility, we don't learn from our mistakes because we're blaming
we
others.
Are robbing. We
our
are
future.
robbing kids. From how do you know how to better yourself? How do you know how to do the right thing? Because you do the wrong thing. Because you make a mistake.
Right.
We don't allow that. We don't admit that. No, Robbie.
And everybody wins.
3 plus 5 is 9. It's okay. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not. You're wrong, and I'll show you why, so that you can understand it.
Yeah, you take 5 strawberries and add them to 3 strawberries. That's only 8.
Okay, you take 5 cans of beer.
That's for Tom. We're talking about Tommy. No,
Robbie.
but I think Robbie. Thank you. Tommy was his friend.
Don't talk about Tommy. That's Laura's boy. I don't want to get.
Oh well, but no. I mean, I think that's big, and I think teaching our children that I think is something that I think we're losing.
We are robbing our young people.
We are
of true life experience that will help them in their real life.
Because
and
consequences are good.
I'm telling you what, guys. I'm telling you what, kids. It's a hurtful thing for everybody. When we're all old and we want a doctor, and we got to push the picture on the screen that tells what our ailment is because they're too stupid to know. That's our fault because we haven't taught these guys and gals. We haven't taught. They don't understand. We're doing this. We're going along with it. We think, well, it's the new way. No, it's not. We should be demanding of people. I'll tell you what, I never thought I'd have this job this long because this isn't my thing. My boss makes me do stuff I never wanted to do in my whole life. And I can't believe I'm still there. But he makes me do it. And he gets more out of me than I thought I had. It's like it's like a coach if you're on a sports team or something. They make you be better than you think you can be.
Yeah.
And we're not doing that with our kids today, and it's a shame.
You're grateful for him. That's the next one.
I am. I'm very grateful.
That's the last one, actually. But I mean, when someone makes you do hard work, like Dave said, initially you may be begrudging, But
Oh, I hate every minute.
yeah, but great. You can sit here and say
I did that.
acknowledge.
I
Yeah,
did that.
and that builds your confidence, your worth that God gave you. Well, God provided there. He provided for you in that.
Absolutely.
And that's because I was gonna say self-worth and self-value and self-esteem, but it's not. It's God esteem. It's God worth. It's God's value. God value, because God did it all.
Well,
Acknowledge Him.
Well, when you say self, though,
I think we're stuck on that culturally.
I think this is the difference between me and you. When I say self, I think of individual as a person that God made.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So in my way,
Right.
when I say that, it's.
But I mean, you got to be careful though, because I think the way the kids are today. I mean, the reason I'm saying this because I heard a message the other day. They were talking about there was at a high school graduation. It was all about self.
Right.
So they're indoctrinated with that. They don't apply like what you're saying.
I don't mean me
into it. No, I know.
There's a difference
But they're not seeing
There's
that
a difference
part.
between me.
Right. But that's the thing. You're seeing it from that.
I'm seeing an individual
correct
person.
perspective, but they're not. That's not how they're. That's not how we're teaching them as a society,
I know.
right? So you see it from a pure perspective, a proper perspective. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just thought of something weird.
Oh, great.
Yeah, this would be crazy.
Wrap it up because our time's up.
The kids today are all me,
Mm-hmm.
but they all want us to be a global group of all being the same.
Right.
So how are you
Equal.
me if you want everybody to be the same?
The conflict is well, and I was thinking about that, something similar to that too. It's like I want to be enact in how I want to act, but yet and have the freedoms, but yet you can't. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's me. But if I'm going to step on your rights, that's the problem with that.
It all goes back to
Yeah.
dun 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 dun.
Well,
It all goes back to you're Joe, I'm Dave, you're whoever you are, and hopefully many. We are all who we are. We can all do whatever we want to do, as long as we don't physically harm anyone, and as long as we don't steal from anyone.
well, but I think there's the rights of others.
That is the rights of others.
No, I'm saying, but if you infringe on my rights,
That's what I just said.
my freedoms too. I mean, that I'm trying to kind of,
I can say
agree with
anything I
that.
want. I could say, you're a ugly old fat man. And you go, well, that hurts my feelings. I go, well, I don't care. And you say, well,
You're gonna get
and
divorced.
you can say whatever you want to say about me, and that's okay. It doesn't matter because that's words. But if I was to hit you or
what I'm talking about,
or take your money or your property or something, no, you can.
But what's happening though, it's like if I say something that you don't agree with, I'm gonna go to jail because you're a hater. You're not.
Well,
you know
that's
what I'm
where we're
saying?
going.
Yeah. Well,
But-
we gotta wrap.
Joe says we have to go. So.
I'm trying to keep us in a good time. We're at 14 minutes as long as we're
Oh,
done.
we got to go.
Yes.
All right, bye guys.
God bless you. Thanks for tuning in tonight and tomorrow night and again.
Pat would kill me. Right
See you,
now.
Grandma.